Alright, what's going on everyone? Alex Javazzi here, Javazzi Outdoors, and today I'm here with my buddy Ricky. We are pre-fishing for River Rats Don Pedro night tournament. That's going to be on Friday. Today is Wednesday. We have heard that the bite is kind of bad. So we're going to see. We're going to see how it goes. No expectations. The way I see it is if we don't have 15 pounds, 14, 15 pounds tonight, then we're just not going to fish the tournament. No point in wasting money. But if we can find some good fish, then we're going to go ahead and fish it. That wind should be pushing that shad right up against these walls. You know? There's a jump.
What was it?
Out in front of us, fish jumped.
Yeah. Oh, it came up right there.
Yeah, it wasn't big. About 4 or 5 shad popped out with it. They are here. It's a matter of what they're going to do.
Came up for it?
Something hit it. I wasn't looking, and then it got tight. Yeah. Yeah, hook's not snagged. Definitely something grabbed it. I think it grabbed the feathers.
Oh, it did. Something came up over there now. Sounded like it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one.
It's good.
That's alright. Yeah, just nothing big though. Oh, that's nice. I didn't bring no 4 and 5 hour hooks. That wasn't really smart.
Same box as the beads. Small one.
Let me see if I can find something. I don't want to use all your stuff.
I grab it, dude.
Not paying attention what boxes I'm putting in.
Yeah.
They don't even have.
At least you brought a bag. Right?
Yeah, we'll never let that one go.
That was like my first time fishing in someone else's boat, okay? Give me a break. I've been a loner my whole life in fishing the world.
That shit was funny though.
You were the first one. Second one.
He said, hey, do you have a hook I can use? I forgot my bag now.
Do you have everything I can use? I brought the rods.
That shit was, oh yeah, top water?
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious. So yeah, I kind of forgot my whole bag. That shit cracked me up, dude. Decent one?
That's a big old spot.
Yeah, digging hard.
Oh, can you grab the net, please?
Yeah.
I can't focus.
Yeah, I got you. Did you see anything? No, that's good. Oh, that's good. I'll put them in the front. No, you're good on this one? Good. Over. No, copper. Switch it up on the mark. Oh, yeah, I see.
He's skinny, but I wouldn't put him at 3. I put him at what, 2 3/4? A little over 2 1/2. Yeah, he's 2 1/2 to 2 3/4. He's just super skinny. But hey, first fish on the popper, so that's still a good fish right now. That's a really good fish, so I'm happy with that. We got one.
He's got some weight to him. For sure.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'll swing him in.
Got him?
Look, I damn near swinging anything for you.
I know.
It's a decent one. I'll go like 3.
Yeah, bring him, show him to the camera over here. Bring him closer to the light when you get it out.
Got me again. Right there. It's a nice little one.
I don't know why that's just... Yep, not bad. Not bad at all.
Decent one.
It's almost like I might give you the bank and I'm gonna cast out here a little bit and see what we got going on.
Either or. It don't matter to me.
Just a shallow.
Just some weights.
I thought that was fish at first. I was like,
Me too. You can
holy
tell it's the
crap.
legs coming in. Oh yeah. Fucking swim right with you. Damn thing.
That's funny.
On the same thing? Yep.
Yeah, just a little guy. Throwing a jig right now, by the way, black and blue jig. A little deeper. He caught that 2 3/4 3-pounder shallow. We have a lot of fish jumping around us right now, so I am going to try to cast a little bit deeper and try to focus those fish. What would you say is the most frustrating thing about fishing?
I don't know.
Everything?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking in my
What
head.
would
I'm
you
like,
say is the least?
the least frustrating thing?
Yeah.
I
even feel like that's a hard one.
Are we saying least frustrating as in something that's still frustrating but not bad? Or are we talking something you enjoy?
Yeah.
Which one, the former or the
Something
latter?
you enjoy.
Okay, okay. Honestly, just I'd say the most fun part about fishing is those once in a blue moon nights, like your almost 40-pound night, and you know the nights like we won the tournament.
Yeah.
Nights like days where
Comes
you just,
together.
dude, you know what I mean. It's
Comes
like
together.
people are like, oh, how are you catching them? It's like, dude, I know the location, the structure
Everything.
they're on. I know what bait, what color, what time, what current, whatever it may be, and you're just smacking them, right? I'd say that's the most fun part about fishing. I'd say the most frustrating thing about fishing would have to lie in also in like in the tournament aspect, is being on fish and then getting to your tournament
During the pre-fish.
and then nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can handle bad days of fun fishing. I can handle losing baits and all this shit.
Yeah.
That's part of the course, but when you bust your butt off for something and then it just doesn't come together, I think that's so frustrating.
On tournament day.
Mm-hmm.
When's your dad going to Idaho for? Couple days or what?
They were gone for a week. Back Saturday.
Oh, okay. decent amount of time. He likes going over there. They go visit family or what?
We go visit a friend. First time he's been to Coeur d'Alene, visiting this particular friend.
Oh, is that the one who hunts?
Yeah, probably.
The one who just moved? Yeah, huh. I remember him telling me last year. You got one? Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Now he's on him.
All it is switching to a
now he's on him.
Little tiny worm. I told you I was getting bit. Oh, that's not our.
No, I'm not putting on that. I was
small.
just wondering.
But with this bait, I'm gonna go through probably 5 to 10 small fish before I get quality.
A decent one, yeah.
Yeah. Open the door for you.
So is that weight pretty much pegged there, or is that free to slide up your line,
No,
up your main line?
I peg it with rubber.
Oh, so it's pegged on both sides?
It's one side, but it's thick enough where when you yank it, one side has a cap, so it
And
can't.
it basically holds the whole weight there.
Yeah. And it's thick enough when you pull it down, it gets real tight in there.
Okay. Got him? What are you doing? That 3-inch worm, though. Looks like a keeper, no?
Yeah,
Probably
okay.
would keep.
Not by much.
Be about a pound. A 1-1.
Yeah.
Good.
You can throw it behind the boat, huh?
Hmm?
Behind the boat?
No, I'd normally throw it in front, but
You cast up here.
I just said fuck it, you know. You on?
Tiny.
Hey, he's a fish. Spinned up shad. You see it in the water?
Yeah.
Down now. Spinned up a bunch of shad.
Golly, look at this thing go.
It's weeded too, I think.
Look at it. Tweaking out. Just a little guy. See it back here. Another little one. Just trying to locate them, man. That's all I'm trying to do. Locate them and have some fun. All I'm doing is throwing a 3-inch worm. Just got a little tiny weight up about 1.5 feet, pegged with rubber, and just dragging it. Gotta go through a lot of little fish doing this, but you get into the right area, those little fish turn into some big boys. Then it's game on. Alright, let's get back out to it.
You on?
Yeah.
Nice. A little bit of drag.
How?
He said how. That's hella funny. But true.
I thought I was gonna have a better fish.
I know. You see, he didn't swallow it?
Okay. Alright guys, so the night is said and done. We didn't do too bad. Figured out what was going on just before dark. You know, had a looking back on the footage now, mine was probably right around 2 3/4. His was probably more closer to 3, maybe 3 and some change. And then we caught a couple 2s behind the camera. And then about, I would say, an hour into dark, the bite just died. Our lantern started to slowly dim, which I didn't realize because, you know, it's just bright, you know, back there. But it started slowly dim and then eventually died. And that's why, unfortunately, we didn't get the rest of the night on film, which was actually, would have probably been better. But we went a couple hours, worked a bank. I probably changed between 3 different structure types. Nothing was really working. I started throwing that 3-inch worm, and it was working. Again, it was working for the smaller fish, but I really couldn't locate any of the quality fish with that worm. So had a little bit of fun, then went back over to the jig just to locate, the 2s and up. At the end of the night, we went into one final cove, and it was probably 1:30 in the morning, almost 2, and we started working this cove. What I figured out after at the end of this cove is they did not want that moon. As you can see in like maybe a clip or two, the moon was bright, bright, bright. They did not want the moon. They wanted to be on the no moon banks. And as we're working through this cove, I end up catching like a 3-pound catfish, and then set the hook onto what was a big one. Literally bruised my ribs when I set the hook. It just stuck me, and dug once and then started coming up, and I'm like, okay, it's a big largemouth. And as she was coming up, she just released. I don't know. I mean, I guess I stuck her pretty hard, so I don't really understand how the hook got out. And then, all right, we're like, okay, we know there's a quality fish there. And then we kept going, and then we got to the no moon side of that cove, and there was some logs and wood structure on the other side, and that really like panned out as far as figuring out what was going on. Ricky caught another 3-pounder all the way in the back of the cove. It's probably like 2 feet of water. It was just super shallow. I'm really surprised, but there was some wood there. He ended up catching it. I ended up catching like a 2.5, basically making the same cast he did. And then we moved over to just going from wood to wood. And we noticed like every time we'd cast in the wood, we'd get something. And I personally had at that point 3 more bites where I set the hook, and it's just heavy weight started coming up, and I'm like, okay, these are big. I mean, if you fish and you catch some big ones, you know exactly what they feel like. They were coming up, and we didn't realize how much wood each of these fish were in. I mean, we actually got up there to try to get the fish out of the wood, and they were big fish. I would say all of them were over 4 pounds, and just couldn't get them out. Stuck us up against the wood and popped off. And then Ricky, same thing happened to him. Like, I promise you, I'm not lying. Like, this is what's going on. And then he sets the hook, and he's like, oh, get the net, it's big. And we start going over there, and as we get right over the top of the wood, she pops off. And so it could have been a great night. It was still a good night. The problem is, so we decided not to fish the tournament, which is on Friday, just because it's a 6 to 12. The daytime bite was okay, but we didn't really find a great pattern. And then the nighttime bite was, again, okay for the first hour, but we struggled to put 5 quality fish. We had probably a 1.5, and then all those 2s and then 2 3s, which is, again, is not bad, and honestly probably could make money in this tournament on Friday. But with money being tight, one day of pre-fishing, it just, I don't know, just not the smart thing to do for me right now, to tackle this specific tournament with some of the guys that are in there without being on some quality fish. And the reason why I'm not calling the last 4 or 5 bites that we had quality fish, because I obviously, if I had 3 more hours in this tournament, I would go and do it. I would go do it, and I guarantee you I can come in with 20 plus pounds, just sitting in that cove and working that wood. But the problem was they wanted no moon, and the tournament ends at midnight. That moon is bright and it is high all night, and that cove, that section of the cove, just got to no moon, probably like 30 minutes to an hour. So it's just not gonna work. Like, I need that no moon with the colors that I'm using. So we decided not to do it. So what I'm gonna be doing now is tonight I'm gonna go pre-fishing with my buddy Ken and Lewis, and we're gonna go pre-fish Tulloch and try to get ready for Saturday's 1790 night tournament on Tulloch. Since we're not doing the one on Pedro, I figured I'm gonna go check out Tulloch. I'm a little bit more comfortable as of right now there. I know where some 4 and 5 pounders are,
and how to catch them. So I just want to go make sure they're still there, and then we'll go do the tournament Saturday. So unless we do really, really bad, we'll be fishing the tournament on Saturday. Unlike Pedro, where it's like I probably should go fish it, but I'm not gonna spend the money. So, anyways, it was a good time. It was fun. Thank you, Ricky, for going out with me, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna get the lantern all change batteries, so we're good to go. Now we know it makes it about a trip and a half, so we can keep on keep on getting the lighting better and better. So I appreciate you guys. Alex Gervasi, Gervasi Outdoors. Take it easy.